Hello, this is Amanda with From Where I Stamp near Kingston, Ontario, and I'm sharing with you today one of my favorite suites in the January to June mini catalog. This is the On the Horizon stamp set, a New Horizon suite. So I will switch cameras around here in a minute, but this is watercolor heaven for me. I love watercolor. I don't do it as much as I used to when I was a teenager, but I really want to try and get back into doing more of that. But this is an easy way of using pre-designed designer series paper that has that watercolor wash. So you can skip that step and create with some stamps and some die cuts. So we're going to use the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine today with the coordinating dies. All right, so let's switch this camera around. And all right, so mini catalog. And for some reason it's a little blurry, so I apologize. So you've probably seen me share this before, but it's one of my favorite suites, so that's why I'm sharing it so often. So this is found on page 42 and 43 of the mini catalog. And I love the paper. I love the colors because it has Blackberry Bliss, purple, of course. And so it's just this watercolor wash. Now, currently right now, the Pebbles, what are they called? Pebbles enamel shapes are not available. But, so you're not able to order this nice number right here, but you can get everything else, I believe. Inventory can change. All right, so I wanted to show you the paper and like this watercolor wash design. I just love the colors, even though there's pink in it. That's okay. Like, that's just gorgeous. That's one of the designs we're using today. And the peachy, I guess it's, I want to say apricot, but I don't remember what the in color name is. I don't know why. All right, so this is one side of the paper. So this is the other side of the paper. So there's like scenes, like you can add some trees there, maybe a deer. If we had a little canoe stamp, paddleboard stamp, just the birds flying in the air. This makes me think of canoeing. My family used to own an island, so and you know, kind of the fields near Five Islands, Nova Scotia. Things like that make me think of it. That just so pretty paper, such pretty paper. All right, and then we have the coordinating stamp set On the Horizon. This big wood stamp is pretty cool. I haven't used it yet. I don't know if I've used this stamp set. I think I have. I have used the grass. Yeah. But the dies are the best. So I like putting my dies on magnet sheets in extra stamp cases. So this die cuts out these two pieces here. And then the trees coordinate and the hills and the fence. But we're going to use the mountains and this, I don't know. I was going to call it wood block, but I don't know. All right, so I've already cut my paper down, but these are the two sheets we're going to use. This one, I was thinking I could only use it this way. This is the sun setting, and these are the mountains, and then you have like the glacier, or it could be a frozen over lake or something. But I saw someone use it like this. So then this could be a reflection of the sunset from like behind you rather than in front. And then this is the reflection of the mountains. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then we're going to use this as a layer. So you could substitute in a piece of basic white or a different color if you wanted. So pick up like kind of the peachy color or the very light blue if you wanted. Excuse me. All right. So we have a piece of Misty Moonlight. It is my favorite blue. score that edge, make it a little more crisp. So here I have this cut, I think it's 3 1/4 square. So you could do this way. This kind of looks like the sun setting there in the clouds, but we're going to use it upside down. And then we have our base piece, which we'll do maybe something like that. And that'll go here on our card. And then we'll put our sentiment down here, punched out with that kind of wood sign die, I guess is the word I want. All right, so we need to use these two for the mountains. I haven't used these ones yet. All right, so there's 2 mountains. One is a solid image, and we're going to cut that out with our Misty Moonlight. And then this creates the snow piece. So we're going to use a piece of basic white, and this basic white's for our sentiment. So I'm going to move it off to the side. And I have some adhesive sheet. So I'm going to pull this part off and stick it on here. So I've cut the adhesive sheet to about 4 inches long. Move my card off to the side. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm yawning. So we open up our little Stampin' Cut and Emboss and Mini machine. We have our base plate of number 1. It has it here. And then the number 2. So we have a top and bottom plate. So we put our bottom plate, which is what our dies are going to cut into. We want the adhesive side. This is the basic white. So the adhesive side goes down. Then we take our, whoops, almost dropped the die. Take our die, face it down. And then we put the second plate over top and hold it at the top and run that through. You just turn the handle until it stops. All right, so now we have our little thing here. Take your pick tool. It's a neat little tool to have because it will help get these little pieces out. So there is our little, I know it's blurry, our little snow. You'll see it better in a few minutes. All right, and then you can just clean this out, like voila. That's why there are little holes. So you can kind of use take your pick tool. Come on, there we go. Or if you have the die brush handy, mine's hiding somewhere. I don't know where I put it. All right, and next, now I didn't use, the reason I used the adhesive sheet on this was because it's such a fine detail. So when I go to put this on the mountains, I don't want glue to be leaking around it. But this, you could put some adhesive sheet on it if you wanted. I decided not to. I'm just going to use some liquid glue. You could use glue dots down here. You could use the Snail Plus, or tear and tape. All right. Oh, and it's already come out. All right. So put that back in my holder. So this goes on here in a few minutes. So I don't need, oh yes, I do need this. Ooh, goodness, making a mess. So first up, we're going to do some stamping. And I think I'm going to use Memento. You could use Misty Moonlight if you wanted, but I think the black will pop a little bit more. So Memento Black is the general black I use for almost every stamping black. And I'm going to use Thinking of You, which should be this one here, and grab my block. Now we're gonna stamp once and then die cut twice. So stamp once, die cut twice. So we'll stamp here. Oops, that was a little heavy-handed on the black on the one side, but you know what? We have 2 sides to our cardstock. Very light touch. Let's try this again. There, that looks better. Second time around. So, of course, clean it off with the Simply Chamois. And I am going to put my stamp away so I don't lose it. All right, to put the card, oh no, get a die cut one more time. What am I thinking? I just want to put the card together. That's the fun part, is putting it all together. Doing all the pieces is fun, but being able to put it all together and make it look like something how you envisioned it, or even to copy what someone else did, is pretty cool. All right, so I think we want to go like so. Now I haven't tried this, so this might be a bust, but we're going to try it. So we put it up, put the die up near the top where the sentiment is, and then we're going to toss away the bonus piece. I'm going to rotate that around and see if that way or this way works better. I think this way works better. Well, let's see. So very carefully put that down, put it through. So we're just using one die to die cut a sentiment piece to make use of our dies better. All right, so we have, this is the full piece right here. There's the full piece, and I've die cut this piece, and I just have a little bit there at the corner. So I'm just going to use my handy dandy snips and snips that away. So now I have, oops, that's pretty loud. Now I have my sentiment all ready to go using one die. I think that's pretty cool. I'm glad it worked. All right, so now we can put it all together. Now you can step it up with some ribbon. So if you wanted to, for example, add in some of the pink or blue ribbon that's part of this suite, you could add that. You could add some Wink of Stella to make it sparkle, the snow sparkle. You could add some, I don't know, some other embellishments. Okay, how am I going to do this? There we go. I know because this is at least 4 inches wide that it's not going to show the whole thing. So if I bend over the corner just a little, I was able to get at the backing to take it off. All right, so you want to be very gentle with this because it is delicate. Since I haven't put this together before, I don't know what the best way. Oh, come on. There we go. Just a little finicky. No big deal. There we go. So there is our snow-capped mountains. All right, so we want to glue our sunset water mountain reflection onto our water color piece, like so. And I guess I probably should have done this before, but we want to take that little bit off. And we want to take maybe a little shorter. that little bit off. That should be good. Oh, I have it upside down. And then, so see, I wasn't perfect, but it's good enough. Then we're going to take a little bit of glue, like so. Pick up the mountain, and then we put it here. So see, it looks like the mountain's shadow. I think it's pretty cool. All right, and then we put a little bit of glue on the back of this whole 3.5 square piece, I think it is. And we'll put the sentiment on there with some dimensionals to make it pop a little bit more. So I think we want to go here, kind of like that. One thing I haven't done in a while is made a card with an embossed base. So that could be something you could do to add some more dimension to your card, is add some embossed paper using one of our embossing folders. All right, so thinking of you, and it goes right down here. So there is our card using the On the Horizon stamp. Well, yeah, we did. We used the Thinking of You and the dies. So if the New Horizon or On the Horizon suite or products looked interesting to you, then I would suggest keeping an eye out for Paper Pumpkin. So Paper Pumpkin will be beyond the horizon, and so it will coordinate with these products. So you may wish to purchase them now and then sign up for Paper Pumpkin before March 10th. And you can do that at paperpumpkin.fromwhereistamp.ca. So these products will work together, and I will share a video of the unboxing and an alternative product or project. And so that's really exciting because this is one of my favorite suites. So if you've enjoyed the video today, subscribe to my channel. And if you think someone else would enjoy seeing this video, share it with them. And thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.